Hi guys, it's Chloe and welcome back to my channel. And I know I'm not in my usual space now, but I just got my Power Assist delivered and I figured I'd give you a rundown on the Power Assist and show you how it works. And I'm super excited to get into this video, and on that note, we're gonna get started. So if you want to know more about like how I obtain the Power Assist, as far as like, you know, going through health insurance and stuff like that, then I'm going to make that video and it's going to come out soon. But so the place I go to, it's not sponsored, but called New Motion, and they basically come to you and they will deliver everything to you, whether it's the wheelchair or in my case, the Power Assist. And I know I said in my wheelchair video, which if you want to view that, there's a little eye in the corner and you can click that and it'll take you there. But I know I mentioned in there that I literally went and picked it up in person, and that's because I needed it right away, whereas with the Power Assist, I could wait a little bit longer for that. Also, one of the reasons why I chose for, you know, the Power Assist to get delivered to my house is because where New Motion is located, my local one, there's basically a lot of traffic because it's in a strip plaza that, you know, generates a lot of traffic, and there's also a busy road. So I felt like it wouldn't give me enough space to practice with my assistive technology person with the Power Assist. And whereas here I live in a very quiet cul-de-sac that is hilly, and that's what the Power Assist helps with, is hills. So I'm gonna get into this video now. I forgot to mention some things, but number one is my disability is I have spina bifida and I can walk. It's just that when I walk for extended periods, I get fatigued. And I also need to work on conserving energy, hence why this wheelchair with the Power Assist comes into play. There are also a couple different reasons as to why a disabled individual, regardless as the reason as to why they need the wheelchair, would want a Power Assist. So A is because a lot of people in my community, the spina bifida community, they are in wheelchairs for pretty much 75% of their day or more. I'm not one of those people, but there are some that are. And the more you use your wheelchair, because you're pushing yourself, the more shoulder problems you can get down the road. And you would need rotator cuff surgery for it. But if you get the rotator cuff surgery, you wouldn't be able to use your wheelchair and push yourself for a while. And therefore, I've had friends with spina bifida that haven't gotten the surgery yet because they're in their wheelchair and they don't want to be able to lose their independence in the form of being able to push themselves. B is the hills. So think about trying to swim upstream without a paddle. It is very difficult. And that is the same thing with the hills, regardless of the reason as to why you're in the wheelchair, they are difficult. And last but certainly not least, C. So there are people that want to have a hybrid option. So they want to be able to have the freedom to push themselves, but also get a little bit of help when needed to be able to conserve energy and shoulder strength and stuff of the like. Okay, back to the video. So what comes in the box? Great question. This is the box, and for anyone that can't see, it's got white on top and black on the bottom. It's half and half. And then it has the word Smart Drive on the black part in white lettering. And then you're given this foam level looking like thing, and that's to charge the Power Assist in, like to rest it in. And then this is just to protect it as well, but you don't really need it. And then a bunch of instruction manuals. and then all the little bolts and parts and stuff. And they will, mine at least gave it to me, because in the event that, you know, something goes wrong with it, they have the parts needed to fix it and they don't have to order a new part. And then this is the literal charger itself. It goes into a wall, and then this goes into the actual power assist. Now, this does, I'm not sure, but I think it does need to go into a wall. It cannot go into an extension cord, because that thing does take a lot of power. And I will also say, if you hired a technician to be able to, I will also say, if you went through like a wheelchair dealer, like I did with NuMotion, then they will set up the power assist for you and take you through all the training. I never bought it directly from the website without, you know, going through. I will say, if you go through a dealer like I did, I went through NuMotion, so like a wheelchair dealer, again, like NuMotion, they will assemble this for you and walk you through the whole thing. Now, if you buy it not through a dealer, then there's going to be that risk that they're not going to walk you through it and assemble it for you. But again, there are instructions, but if you're one of those people that either A, refuses to read the directions, or B, you know, you can read the directions but still screws things up, pun intended, then you may want to go through the dealer or talk to Permobile. They have a hotline that you can call, and the hotline will direct you to like how to set it up if you need to. And I think they also have videos on the internet, like YouTube and stuff, that'll teach you how to assemble it as well. So I want to apologize first off to all my deaf and hard of hearing friends that struggle, you know, to understand what people are saying without, you know, them being in the shot to be able to read their lips. But I struggle with bending down for extended periods of time, and hopefully the captions will be of use to you. But again, I apologize, because I'm also hard of hearing and I would want the same. So that's the power assist, and that's the bar. And the reason why I have a bar on the back is because I have a manual foldable wheelchair that folds right up. And if there's a bar on the back, it won't fold up. And I will say that you do not have to buy a bar. The bar will come with the power assist if you have a manual foldable wheelchair. It will not cost extra for the bar, just to let you know. And with the rigid, your wheelchair is already going to come with a bar on the back of the chair. And I'll try to pop a picture somewhere of a rigid wheelchair, because again, I don't have one. And therefore, you're not going to need the bar on the back. Basically, this is the on and off switch. I'll get into that in a bit. And then right here, this plugs it in to the speed dial, which I will show you guys where the speed dial is in a second. That way you can control the speed of your wheelchair. And then I'm gonna like unconnect everything so that y'all can see. This comes off. Whoops. It comes off, and then you can stick it to any part of your wheelchair because it's magnetic. So right there. And then this comes off. You got to put the plug in, though. I call it a plug, and I guess that's what it's called. I don't know. But then you have to turn this. This is where it gets complicated. But you turn this and then pull it out. It is heavy, so anyone that struggles with weight bearing is probably going to struggle with getting this off. So my best advice would be to just leave it on if you're able to. And then this bar, you basically just pull it out. So it's kind of like, the best way to describe it is if you have like a home gym or something and you have one of those tension rods for like those pull-ups, or even if you have a tension rod for a shower. It's exactly what this kind of is. And there are little screwy things on the back here that connect to my wheels, and that's where the bar goes. But you basically just push it in and it clicks. Now I'm going to put the little power assist back on. But there's a little T here, and then there's a matching T inside the power assist, and you have to connect them together. And voila. And then you take this, you unplug the plug, and then you put it in. There. And now to turn it on, and it's calibrating, and it'll do a bunch of blue dots for anyone that can't see for whatever reason, and then it'll blink blue dots, and then it'll have 4 full blue dots. And as you can see, this little knob thingy is actually my like dial to be able to control the speed. And typically the dial would go somewhere along here. However, there wasn't any room to put it there, so they had to put it here on one of my leg rests. And therefore I can't remove the leg rest because I can't really show you guys. You may be able to see it, but there's a cord that runs from the power assist dial all the way to the back where the power assist is, like the bar and stuff. So therefore, you can't really move it. But I'm okay with that because I keep these on when I go to put it in the car anyways. And plus they fold in, so it's not, you know, like I have to get them removed. I am going to show you guys how it works. So I am outside, as you can see, and I am going to turn on this power assist, and I'm going to show you guys how it works in real time. So again, I turn this on, 4 blue dots, and now what I'm going to do, because my like cul-de-sac is very hilly, so I'm going to show you guys how it's used like in the literal circular part, but then going like up is going to be a hill. So I'm going to show you guys how to use that too. Now it's on. So now what I gotta do is I gotta push this and it'll turn blue. Okay, and it's blinking, so it has to calibrate, and that means it's on. So I go this way to turn it on, and then I go that way to turn it off. And it's something that when people buy the power assist without going through a dealer or anything, that they don't really teach you. But if you need to stop, never ever hold on to your wheels, otherwise you'll go shoomp and you'll go flying forward because the power assist is still working. So what you want to do is turn the dial all the way off. I'm going to turn it on. Whoa, there we go. No hands, Ma. And then I turned it off. And it was okay for me to grip my wheels because I turned it off. But I'm gonna go back even further just to show you guys. Now you can, like if you need to move it a certain direction, like go to the left or go to the right, you can like put light pressure, but again. And this does go faster, it's just that I'm doing it kind of slow just to show you guys. And it's also my second day using this, so bear with me. So first off, I am in my chair, I'm buckled up. And I want to say that if you hear any dogs barking, I apologize because that's my dog and he knows I'm out here and is jelly, so he has FOMO. But basically, this is hilly, so I'm going to go up it with the power assist. Oh, wait, someone's coming. So I am back, take two. I'm in my seat and this is very hilly, so I'm going to give it a try and hopefully no one comes down here. So I'm going to turn it around. And that's it. And again, I'm going to be doing a video next about how I obtain the power assist. It's just that it's going to rain a lot over the weekend and into Monday, so I figured I'd do this video first. But if you have any other questions or comments, feel free to yeet them down in the comments below and I'll do my best to answer each one. Thank you guys and bye.